Good morning, JCSU family and friends. How are you today? Okay, that's great. We can do that again. Good morning. We are here to celebrate our honor students from across the university. And it's my privilege as provost of this institution to offer you this program to celebrate all of our students who achieved honors recognition for spring 2025 and fall 2025 semester. So let's first start off by congratulating each other for these accomplishments. In your program, you can scan your QR code to get your program, and also attached to that is a live stream. So if you want to send this out to family and friends who couldn't be with us today to make sure they can see you be recognized, please do that. So as we get started today, I'm going to ask our choir to sing Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Good afternoon and happy Women's History Month. Greetings to the members of the Board of Trustees, President Kinloch, the Executive Cabinet, distinguished faculty, dedicated staff, and talented JCSU students, as well as family and friends who join us today in celebrating HBCU excellence. I'm Dr. Leslie Clement, the Director of the University Honors Program. I have one of the most rewarding positions on campus. I have the privilege of working with some of the most intellectually curious and disciplined students of the university. We collaboratively cultivate a scholarly community grounded in critical inquiry, leadership, social justice, Black intellectual thought, and academic rigor. Today we gather to recognize and celebrate the remarkable achievements of the students who have earned placements on the Dean's and President's list at Johnson C. Smith University. These distinctions represent far more than strong grades. They reflect sustained intellectual engagement, scholarly discipline, and a deep commitment to academic excellence. Before we proceed with our ceremony, I would like to briefly acknowledge the legacy of the honors education at JCSU. Without the vision and efforts of its founding leaders, we would not be gathered here today. As an HBCU, it's essential that we remember the shoulders on which we stand. Our ancestors paved pathways to higher education at a time when many institutions denied African Americans access to intellectual opportunities. The Honors College at JCSU was established during the presidency of Dr. Robert Albright, who served as the 11th president from 1983 to 1994. Dr. Albright was a visionary academic leader who significantly strengthened the intellectual infrastructure of the institution. During his presidency, he expanded faculty expertise and raised academic expectations across the university. In 1990, the Robert Albright Honors College Center was established as a living learning environment designed to recruit and cultivate high-achieving students committed to scholarship, leadership, and community engagement. Although the Honors College later became dormant for some time due to institutional reprioritization, the spirit of honors scholarship remained embedded with intellectual culture in the university. In 2023, Charlotte Mayor Vi Lau's Race, Equity, and Inclusion Grant created an opportunity to revitalize honors education at JCSU. Today, the University Honors Program continues the legacy of Dr. Albright, along with its former deans, faculty, and staff by advancing a dynamic and student-centered honors experience grounded in academic excellence, leadership development, global engagement, and technology integration. When I was appointed this position in 2024, I shared a guiding principle with JCSU scholars, and I would like to share it with you all today as well. I reminded them that our goal is not simply to be honor scholars, but to live honorably. Living honorably requires that excellence extends beyond the classroom. It becomes a framework for how one thinks, how one talks, how one moves, you show up, lead, and contribute to society. So I ask you today, as I asked students 2 years ago, to consider applying these 4 commitments throughout your academic journey at Johnson C. Smith. First, honor God, for he will guide you in ways that others cannot. There will be moments when friends, professors, and even family are unable to carry you through the most difficult challenges in those times, and you will need a supernatural power. Second, honor yourself. By living with integrity, remaining true to your values, and striving to be the best versions of yourselves. Third, honor your loved ones who support you, who have sacrificed for you to be here, and who are deeply invested in your success and believe in your potential. And lastly, honor your HBCU. your HBCU family, the trustees, the administrative leaders, your faculty, staff, who are equally invested in your intellectual growth and well-being, and who are preparing and paving the way for you all to be excellent. To our Dean's List and President's List scholars, today we celebrate you, your achievements with great pride. You have demonstrated the discipline, resilience, and intellectual commitment required to thrive in higher education. But more importantly, we look forward to the scholars, leaders, and innovators you will become. Continue striving for excellence. Continue honoring the values that have guided you. Continue expanding your knowledge and sharpening your intellectual voice. Congratulations to each of you. Johnson C. Smith University celebrates your achievements and believes deeply in the future you are shaping. At this time, 3 high-achieving scholars nominated by deans of their respective colleges will share reflections on their academic journeys at JCSU, highlighting opportunities, mentorship, and experiences that have helped prepare them for their future careers and/or graduate studies. We'll begin with Caleb Carr from the Department of Business and Professional Studies. Caleb is a finance major with a strong foundation in financial modeling, market analysis, and client-facing leadership. Aspiring to a career in investment banking, his experience includes private equity real estate valuations with Project Destin, risk analysis at BP, and compliance screening at Duke Energy. He leads JCSU's capital management, organizing competitions, and managing analysts, an entrepreneur since 2016. He is driven to create long-term value through M&A, capital raising, and strategic advisory. Please join me in welcoming Caleb Carr to the stage.
You're just fine. Let us pray. Precious Lord, today we celebrate the spirit of excellence among the students of Johnson C. Smith University. We give you praise for those who are telling the world they represent what your word instructs, and that is to study to show thyself approved. For these students, this verse emphasizes diligent and earnest academic pursuits. As students, they know to study because a test is coming. Father, they understand the essence of Proverbs 1:5. Let the wise hear and increase in learning, thus making them the head and not the tail. Today, we celebrate our students who will be ahead only concerning any good thing. Father God, we also honor our faculty, staff, who go the extra mile in giving instruction to the wise that will become still wiser. Angels, the faculty, staff, and administration of Johnson C. Smith University charge you to see to it that our students honor excellence and illuminate the future as they continue to matriculate. It is in the mighty, matchless name of Jesus the Christ and his anointing we pray. Let all who agree say,
Good morning, everyone. It's an honor to stand before you at this honors convocation. When I first arrived at Johnson C. Smith University, I arrived with one commitment. I was going to give it my all, so I would never have to live with regret again. Before going to JCSU, I graduated from Central Piedmont Community College. And when I left that university, the school, the college, I left with a lot of regret. I left a lot of my potential on the table, and I decided I would never do it again. So when I came here, I decided I would pursue direction. And at Johnson C. Smith, I decided to pursue finance. And within finance, I decided to pursue one of the most competitive paths imaginable, investment banking. For a student at an HBCU, trying to break into one of the world's most coveted industries in the world, the odds can feel stacked against you. There are people who begin that journey with networks, exposures, and opportunities that many of us have to fight just to discover. But one thing my journey has taught me is that even when someone else's starting point looks far ahead of yours, you can still end up in the same room at the same table. Now, my academic journey at the College of Business and Professional Studies has given me the room to study the things that truly matter and pursue them with intention. I've always been a self-starter and a do-it-yourself kind of person. And with the experiential learning, I found the ability to sprint after my goals and pursue them relentlessly. Where I once only imagined the things that I could achieve, I soon was able to touch them with my very own hands. I also want to acknowledge Career Services. Christian Varnado, the Assistant Director of Career Services, he's been one of my greatest supporters. He helped me along my journey when I had no experience, no knowledge of anything in finance, and he pointed me in the correct path, helping me get my very first internship at Duke Energy. Then, some of the most important lessons I learned did not come from a textbook. It came from pressure. I attended various case competitions with organizations like UNCF, where my thinking was tested and my ingenuity was challenged. Those experiences taught me about leadership, professional development, self-development, and how leadership is less about getting your own needs met, but meeting the needs of your teammates. Professionally, one of the crown jewels of my time at Johnson C. Smith has been breaking into investment banking. Having the opportunity to work on large transactions worth tens of millions of dollars, including real estate projects, middle market companies, it showed me that what once felt distant is possible. And it proved that students from our campus belong in those spaces as well. But if I'm being honest, one of the most meaningful realizations of my college journey came after that internship ended. I achieved something that so many people dream about, yet I left asking deeper questions about my own purpose. And that experience taught me that achievement alone cannot sustain you. Titles cannot sustain you. Prestige cannot sustain you. The only person who can sustain you is Jesus. And for me, true fulfillment came from something greater. And that's why leading the JCSU Christian community has meant so much to me. It has tested my faith, strengthened my character, and remind me that everything I eat, drink, think, that I must do it for the glory of God. JCSU also gave me something special, something that can only happen at an HBCU, a network of people who believe in you and care about each other. That culture and that shared belief reminds us that excellence is not limited by where we come from. It grows when we are seen and when we are challenged. Now, after graduation, I plan to pursue a career in investment banking in New York. It's been my dream for a very long time. But what matters to me most is not the money itself, the career, or the fame. It's the ability to create opportunities not only for myself, but for others, and for generations after me to pursue their purpose. If there's one thing I want to leave you here with you, if there's one thing I want to leave with you today, it's hope. Hope for your future, assurance that you are loved, comfort that your life has a purpose, and even when the odds seem stacked against you, you can still overcome. Each day is another day to change. Each day is another opportunity to become the best version of yourself. And in the moments when the path is unclear, remember this: if an opportunity doesn't present itself, just keep looking. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate, for those words of inspiration. Next, we'll hear from Kennedy from the College of Liberal Arts. Kennedy Metter is a senior majoring in dance with a minor in psychology. She's a native Columbus, Ohio, During her time at JCSU, Kennedy has grown both academically and artistically while studying here in Charlotte. Beyond the studio and the classroom, she is deeply committed to mentorship, faith, and community. Kennedy is actively involved in campus ministry and enjoys encouraging others through her faith and leadership. After graduation, Kennedy plans to pursue a career that integrates both dance and mental health, combining her passion for movement and psychology to positively impact the lives of others. Please join me and welcome Kennedy to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, now I know we're gonna be here for a minute. It's a long event, but let's try that again. Good afternoon, everyone. There we go. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Kennedy Metter, also known around campus as that one tall girl that's always dancing at every single event. Yeah, that's me. I am a senior here at Johnson C. Smith University, majoring in dance and minoring in psychology. Now, I'm not going to lie to you all, when I found out I would be speaking today, I was so excited. I told some of my friends and family, and you know how us Black people work. You tell one person, then somehow the whole family tree knows within 24 hours, so I'm here now. And everybody was congratulating me, and I'm thinking now I actually have to write the speech, and of course, since we wrote it, we are here speaking in front of you today. I was born and raised in Columbus, Ohio, but over the past few years, Charlotte, North Carolina has truly become a place of growth for me. Being here has shaped me in ways I never expected. Before I go any further, I want to acknowledge a few people who have been such an important part of my journey. First, I want to honor and glorify God because he has reminded me with his gentle voice that this moment is so much lesser than my importance and my purpose, and that is for you as well. I started my senior year with a simple prayer: God, get me to the finish line and allow me to excel while I'm on the journey there. And I'm grateful to stand here today and say that that prayer has been answered. And as God often does, he didn't just answer the prayer, he also placed the right people in my life to walk that journey with me. To my loved ones, thank you for cheering me on every step of the way. Mom and Dad, thank you for always going above and beyond for me. I want to also thank Professor O'Toole, Dr. Fleming, Professor Corbett, and Professor Worrell, who have been more than professors to me. They have been mentors, friends, and people of faith. Through their example, I have been shown that sometimes the stories that shape us are the things that help other people. Their compassion and wisdom have shown me what it truly means to care for others, and they mean so much to me, and thank you for helping me. Because of the support of these incredible people, I stand here today deeply grateful and honored to be representing the College of Liberal Arts. By the grace of God, this is now my third year in making the President's List and my fourth year in making Dean's List. But today is not just about GPA. It represents so much more: perseverance. Because every student in this room knows what it feels like to be exhausted, to question whether the long nights are worth it. Moments like today remind us that they are. They remind us that our work matters and none of us get here alone. Behind every student being recognized today are professors who answered emails past the very clear office hours stated that we all seem to ignore, advisors who made sure we stayed on track, families who prayed for us, and friends who encouraged us when things got difficult. To the faculty in this room, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. The work you do is shaping the next generation. And to my fellow students, I want to leave you with this: growth rarely happens in comfort. It happens when pressure reveals what we're truly made of. Those long days are not wasted because the same pressure that could break you could also shape you into something extraordinary. As it says in Romans 8, verse 18, our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. So stay hopeful, keep working hard, remain faithful, and lean on your community around you. Because when you combine that faith, that perseverance, and a community that believes in you, who can stop you from doing the things you are capable of? If God gave you the vision, he will give you the strength to fulfill it. Thank you all, and congratulations to everyone being recognized today.
Thank you, Kennedy. Next, we have Zoe Migioni from the College of STEM. Zoe is a James B. Duke Scholar and a member of the University Honors Program. She is a Zimbabwean international student majoring in biology with a minor in bioinformatics. She has conducted bioinformatics research through an internship at the University of Mississippi Medical Center, focusing on gene expression analysis, and participated in the Nimble experience, gaining insight into the biopharmaceutical industry. After graduation, she plans to pursue a career as a physician with an interest in obstetrics and gynecology. Please join me in welcoming Zoe to the stage.
Oh, wow. It's okay. Okay. Thank you. Good morning, esteemed guests, family, friends, and most importantly, the honorees for whom we are here to celebrate today. It is truly an honor to speak briefly today in a room full of some of the brightest minds at this institution. Today, as we celebrate the honorees, we also celebrate the very bright families, friends, and faculty who have cheered us on and supported our journeys to be here, honored and recognized for all our hard work. Because if we're being honest, none of us arrived in this room alone, and it's easy to think that we did. But behind today's success are long phone calls with friends and family, fuming about a grade or venting about not being able to do it because we didn't think we were really good enough to see it through. Behind today's successes are words of encouragement from mentors who reminded us of our potential, even when we doubted ourselves, which I know was often for me. Behind today's successes are faculty who bumped up a grade by that 1% or extended that deadline in an attempt to remind us that we really can do it. All this alongside everything that is going on around us, from the closing of Dollar Tree and other slightly more serious events. Sometimes the weight of the world truly does feel heavier than our dreams. But moments like today remind us why we started this journey in the first place. Because if there's one thing about being a student that it teaches you, it's sheer stubbornness. Stubbornness when the assignment instruction is one sentence but requires a 500-word response. And somehow you still go on to complete that assignment with an exceptional grade. Stubbornness when you open Canvas at 9 p.m. and see an assignment that's due at 11:59, yet still completed by 11:58, that stubbornness of refusing to give up. Through all of that, we have kept showing up. In the College of STEM, where I'm studying biology and bioinformatics, this has strengthened not only my analytical and research skills, but also my ability to approach challenges with curiosity and resilience. Through research experiences, including my internship at the University of Mississippi Medical Center, and programs like the MPEER program with Dr. Brown, being a molecular surveyor with Dr. O, and having Dr. Fleming as my advisor, I've been reminded that growth happens not just in success, but in the process of learning, questioning, and trying again. Maybe not through perfection or luck, but through dedication, grit, and the courage and bravery to keep going. While today we celebrate achievement, we also celebrate the determination that made that achievement possible. If today proves anything, it's that when we continue to do all these things, well, except the portion about submitting assignments at 11:58, there is no telling how far our determination can take us. So let us celebrate this moment fully, the accomplishments, the journey, the people who helped us along the way, and most importantly, celebrate the promise of everything that is still ahead and still to come. Congratulations to us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Caleb, Kennedy, and Zoe. Your words were truly inspirational, and I hope you, as their peers, understand the courage it took for them to stand before you and present themselves. Once again, let's give them a round of applause. Now we'll have another selection from our choir at Johnson C. Smith University. Thank you. Thank you. I think we are truly blessed and fortunate to have such a wonderful choir under the direction of Frank McGinnis today. Thank you once again. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our 15th president, Dr. Valerie Kinlock, to take the podium and introduce our keynote speaker for today, Dr. Kinlock.
Thank you so much. Let's actually pause and give thanks to the Office of the Provost, Chief Academic and Research Officer, Provost Patrick Martin. Can you please stand and be acknowledged? And in addition to our provost, any of his team members who are here, I know you do not like when I ask you to do this, but can you also stand and be acknowledged because it's Jacobin? Yes, let's actually give it up for everyone. Yes, yes. Yes. And once again, University Choir, come on, y'all. Yes. I love these moments. I love the moments where we can gather together as a community and celebrate our students. And so before I introduce our keynote speaker for today, who is someone I admire and inspired by, I want to actually acknowledge all of our students who are here, whether you are on the floor, the podium, or in the bleachers. Can you all please stand for me and be acknowledged? It is because of you. It is because of you that we do what we do. And so students, thank you for being here. Thank you for being members of our Golden Bows community. And finally, any members of our faculty and our staff and our board of trustees, can you please stand and be acknowledged as well, and executive cabinet members. So we are better together because we are Johnson Crane Smith University. And it brings me great pleasure to introduce our speaker for today. His name is Mr. James Eli. He is the vice chair of our JCSU's Board of Trustees, and he is a 1988 graduate of Johnson C. Smith University. Here at JCSU, he earned his undergraduate degree, a Bachelor of Science in Accounting. And while he was here at our university, he was a member of our honors program, a program that he is thoroughly immersed in terms of making sure that it is sustainable. He was also an initiate of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. He is also a Pi Gamma Mu Honor Society member in social studies. And he later went to Boston University, and in 2012, he earned his Master's of Business Administration. He has built a distinguished career, and that career spans more than 3 decades in the consumer packaged goods industry with 2 of our world's finest companies, Procter & Gamble and Johnson & Johnson. Over the course of his very illustrious career, one that I believe has been a very successful one and is an exemplar for what we can become and what we can do in the world, he developed extensive experiences managing strategic partnerships with major national retailers. The list is exhaustive, but some of those retailers include Walmart, Target, and CVS. And then in 2022, he retired. My God, it's just like, what? He said he retired from Johnson & Johnson, where he served 21 years of service. But he has not retired from Johnson C. Smith University, and his commitment is stronger than it's ever been. Originally, he is from Portsmouth, Virginia. He remains actively involved with our university community, and in fact, in 2018, he was inducted into our Golden Bow Society in recognition of all of his philanthropic contributions to our university. I am excited because in 2021, I had the pleasure of being a member of the incoming class for the Johnson C. Smith University's Board of Trustees, and he and I entered into that service work together in 2021 before I stepped down. Today, I present to you not just our vice chair of the board, not just an alum of our university, but someone who I believe is a really dear friend, and his name is Mr. James Eli.
Now, I expected something different because President Kinlock gave me the impression she was going to be cracking on me, so I'm glad she was nice. But good morning, Madam President, Provost Martin, Board of Trustees members, Dr. Clement, distinguished faculty, administration, and staff, alumni and friends of Johnson C. Smith University. Good morning. To the students we celebrate, and to their families and supporters who helped make this possible, welcome and congratulations. Give yourselves a round of applause again. Look, I'm honored to be here, but I have to tell you, when Provost Martin reached out to me and said, hey, would you mind thinking about speaking at the Honors Convocation, I was scared to death. I actually had to get up from the computer and go for a walk. I don't do this a lot. The one thing I felt was fear, because I thought, well, what could I possibly say that would be of value to you people in this room who are so smart, so bright, so talented, so important? Now, one-on-one, I have a lot of opinions. I have a lot to say. President Kinlock and Chair Boyd can probably tell you that. Probably too many. But standing in front of a room like this, that felt different. But then I thought, this could be an opportunity for me to honor the institution that has given me so much, to show respect and esteem because of who Johnson C. Smith is and what this institution has done for me. And so I said yes. As I reflected on what could be meaningful to you, I kept coming back to one word that sits at the center of today's celebration: honor. Students, you are here today because of the academic rigor, the achievement, and distinction that you have demonstrated. You are honored. So let's talk about what it means to be honored, but also to honor. To be honored means to receive recognition as an indication or symbol of distinction, an exalted title or rank, or an award in a contest or field of composition. Honors can give one a sense of pride, like receiving a scholarship. To be honored means being given respect because someone is admired. To be honored is to receive, but to honor is to give. It's an action that you take to regard or treat someone else with admiration and respect, to give special recognition to another person, to live up to or fulfill a responsibility. Me and this microphone. All right. I feel like it's in my eye. Sorry. All right, now, history shows us something important about honor. The people who receive the greatest honor rarely keep it for themselves. They turn around and use that honor to lift people who helped them get where they were. If you look throughout the African American community and our history, both recent and the past, you will find many examples of individuals who understood that when they were lifted by the respect and the support of others, they gained an opportunity to lift others in return. Oprah Winfrey has been celebrated as one of the most influential media figures in the world. She's won 20 Emmys, a Golden Globe, a Tony Award, 17 NAACP Image Awards, and the list just goes on. Through her work and hard effort, The Oprah Winfrey Show was rated the top talk show in America for 25 years. Every day she came into the homes of millions of Americans to engage us, teach us, support us, and entertain us. It's no secret that she was also rewarded for this financially. She has been honored. But Oprah knew that there were young girls in this world like her, academically talented, but growing up in poverty. Access to education was transformational for her. Education opened doors that she had never seen anyone else from her community walk through. She wanted to give young girls the same type of opportunities that had been afforded to her. So, she committed millions of dollars of her personal wealth to open the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa on January 2nd, 2007. Education transformed her life, and she wanted to do the same for others. She had been honored, and now she was giving honor to others. Celebrated author Maya Angelou mentored young writers and activists, advocated for civil rights and education, and used her ability to reach the public to elevate the stories of African Americans, particularly women. She did this to honor the struggles of her community. Denzel Washington is celebrated as one of the finest actors of our generation, but it was the mentorship of a professor at Fordham University, a man named Robinson Stone, who first pushed him to believe his voice mattered. In return, he created scholarships and an endowed chair at Fordham to ensure that the next generation of minority theater students would have the same chance that he did. Now, I know you're probably thinking, Trustee Eli, you're talking about a bunch of old people. So let's talk about a more contemporary example. You know 28-year-old Simone Biles is the greatest gymnast of all time. 28 years old, so she's not that much older than you. She's the most decorated American gymnast in history, with more world championships and Olympic medals than anyone before her. But what you may not know is where she started. Simone grew up in the foster care system. She and her siblings were placed in foster care as young children when their mother had hard times. Her grandparents stepped in. They gave her stability, support, and a chance. And out of that chance grew one of the most remarkable athletic careers the world has ever seen. But she never forgot it. She launched the Simone Biles Legacy Scholarship Fund specifically for students who had been in foster care. Young people who, like her, have faced circumstances that were not their fault and needed someone to open a door. She said, "Our circumstances shouldn't define us or keep us from our goals." And she has dedicated herself to making sure that they don't. The world honored Simone Biles and she turned around and honored her grandparents and the gift that they gave her, and made sure that other children waiting for their chance would receive the same. All of these individuals were honored. They never forgot who they were before they were honored. They reflected on the opportunities they were given and the generosity from which they had benefited. And they turned around to stare back in the face of those that looked like them and said, I see you. I see your need. I was you. And they gave to others what had been given to them. Growing up in the 70s, yes, I said the 70s, I was not far removed from the height and the turmoil of the civil rights era. Early on, my parents made it very clear to me that others had sacrificed, fought, and died so that I could have a life filled with opportunity. I like to say I was raised by teachers and preachers, people who had expectations of me and for me. I was expected to do and be. These people poured so much of their standards, their character, their hopes and dreams into me to ensure that I could be whatever I wanted to be in this life. Rosa Wells Garris was one of these people. Ms. Garris, known then as Ms. Rosa Marie Wells, instructed us in history, civics, and social studies at IC Norcom High School in Portsmouth, Virginia. She was a strong, intelligent, statuesque, proud African-American woman, and she instilled that sense of pride in her students. She was respected and expected the best from all of us. And while she expected us to excel, she also spoke to us about our responsibility to others and character. I remember a day that she launched into song in front of the class. Don't worry, I'm not gonna sing. But the lyrics were, "People who need people are the luckiest people in the world." She was also teaching us about connection and caring. So one day I asked, Ms. Wells, where did you go to college? Because we were at that point, we were picking schools. And she responded proudly, Johnson C. Smith University. From there, she went on to share how wonderful her days at Smith were and how well JCSU had prepared her for life and for us. Well, if JCSU produced people as impressive as Rosa Wells, I was going to Johnson C. Smith. But I had a problem. I ain't had no money. Still, I applied, I was accepted, and eventually I was given a full year of full academic scholarship to attend JCSU. I appreciate that, but don't clap for me, clap for the university. I'm very honored and proud of what JCSU did for me. So that applause is for the likes of Dr. Albright, as you mentioned earlier, Pershel Thomas, and others, and I'm greatly appreciative. So I came to Smith in 1984, and like you, was a member of the honors program. Upon graduation in '88, I went on to have a 35-year in consumer packaged goods, as President Ken Lott mentioned. In those years, I racked up titles and honors. I did my best to take advantage of the opportunities placed before me, to live up to the expectations that I would do and be, and do that in honor of those that sacrificed and paved the way for me, in honor of those that taught me. Remember, I told you I was raised by teachers and preachers, people like Ms. Wells. I did my best to teach others, to counsel and mentor them on their career journey, to advocate for those without advocates. At times, I found myself as the only person of color in the room, and one of the few voices who would fight for young African American and Latino members of the organization that needed help, just as opportunities have been given to me. I've lived a great life, but if not for the generosity of Johnson C. Smith University, who knows where I would be. It was Smith's investment and support of Dr. Robert Albright, Moses Jones, Dr. Pershel Thomas, and others that made the life that I've had possible. In honor of their support, I began giving back to the university financially as soon as I could. Why? To return to Johnson C. Smith the support that it had given me, and to ensure that others who look like me are able to receive support for their dreams as well. The Johnson C. Smith Honors Program values academic excellence, integrity and accountability, experiential learning, and cultural competence. But it also values empowerment, which among other things is described as the radical courage to live out our dreams and vision with confidence. Will you have the radical courage to share your spirit and gifts with others? To share in honor of those who invested in you? You have excelled, you've achieved, won awards and recognition. You are admired and respected. But it's not going to stop here. You will continue to be honored. You will go on to be captains of the industry and academia, reach the heights of government, achieve acclaim as successful entrepreneurs, and create technologies that transform our world. You will lead successful nonprofits and serve as compassionate leaders and advocates for individuals and communities in need of care. You will be lauded as influencers and experts with thousands, no, let's say millions of followers. You will successfully launch your own little humans into the world. And in return, you will receive titles, awards, honors, and riches. Now the questions are, how will you honor those who supported your journey? And how will you extend that same support to others? Your mothers and fathers, your grandfathers, your grandmothers, tios and tias, caretakers, teachers, your community, this faculty and staff, even fellow Smithites, have poured themselves into you. Think about one of those people right now. Someone who encouraged you, who supported you, who pushed you even when you had doubts. Someone who saw the potential in you before you saw it in yourself. How will you honor them? How will you give back? Now, I understand that every student in this room may not have had the perfect support system. I don't want to take away from your individual contributions and hard work, the late nights, missed parties, the B's that should have been A's, the C's that should have been B's, the stress and the tears that you overcame to get here. You may have done much of that alone, but someone or something gave you hope. The hope to push through, to excel, and to achieve. Many of the examples I provided are of people of means, people with money to build schools and fund scholarships. But you don't need money. Everything you need to honor others is within your spirit. You have hearts full of love and joy. You have peace and patience, kindness, goodness, and faith. You have hands to help, wisdom to share. Honoring others does not require wealth or status. It requires thoughtfulness and will. That may mean treating others with dignity and respect, or just picking up the phone to call your mother or a friend to say thank you. It may mean recognizing when someone else is suffering and being there in their hour of need, offering a hand, a word of encouragement, or an open door. Achievement does not end with recognition, it expands into responsibility. I just ask you to recognize that as you have been and will continue to be honored, that you look back at those who supported you and find a way to honor them, and that you look forward to recognize your opportunity to pay it forward to a community, to an organization, to an individual, to do what someone did for you. Because the greatest honor you will ever receive is the opportunity to lift someone else, to do what someone once did for you, to be honored and to honor. The world is waiting for you and for the good you'll do in it. Thank you.
Thank you for those powerful words, Trustee Eli. To be honored and to honor. Now we move to the part of the ceremony that we get to honor our students. We're going to initially honor on the first roll call our presidential scholars. We're going to ask that you follow the direction of the ushers as we bring you up to the front so that you can receive your certificate from our own president, Dr. Valerie Kinlock. After that, we will then honor the dean's students. And I now will ask Dr. Eric Stiles, Assistant Vice President for Student Wellbeing and TRIO, to come forward and help us recognize our students. Dr. Stiles.
Thank you, Trustee Eli, for those inspiring remarks. Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Eric Stiles, and I serve as the Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs, TRIO, and Wellbeing here at Johnson C. Smith University. I bring you greetings on behalf of our Senior Vice President of Strategic Enrollment and Retention Management, Dr. Angela White. It is my privilege to stand before you today to recognize the academic excellence of our outstanding scholars at the 2026 University Honors Convocation. The University Honors Convocation is a cherished tradition here at Johnson C. Smith University. It is a time when we pause to celebrate academic excellence, perseverance, and the remarkable achievements of our students. To our honorees, congratulations. Today, we recognize you for your dedication to your studies, your commitment to excellence, and the pride you bring to your academic disciplines. You are our distinguished guest, and we celebrate you with great admiration. At JCSU, we take immense pride in our students. Today, we will honor two distinguished groups, our Presidential Scholars and our Dean's List Scholars. We will begin with the recognition of our Presidential Scholars, who will be presented by college and assembled in alphabetical order. As they approach the stage, I would like to share that the Presidential Scholars are students who have earned a 4.0 GPA, completed a minimum of 15 semester hours during the spring or fall 25 semesters, and have received no incomplete grades. Their names are also printed annually on the President's List. We will begin with the College of Business and Professional Studies, followed by the College of Liberal Arts, the College of STEM, and the Strategic Enrollment and Retention Management. When your name is called, please walk to the front of the stage to receive your certificate. From the College of Business and Professional Studies, we recognize the following Presidential Scholars: Jade Alford, Janaya Barnes, Amani Barrow, Kakari Black, Kennedy Brothers, Jeremiah Brown, Paris Brown, Daniel Caldwell, Caleb Carr. Scotty Cooper. Precious Durand. Tammy Durant. Desmond Frazier. Riley Gint. Irez Gilbert Simons. Pedro Haddad Sanchez. Janaya Hamilton. Kaylin Hitch. Jasmine Jackson. Jarman Kilgore. Daisha Lowry. Jaden Massenberg. Soraya Mathis. Christopher Mitchell. Jalen Morrison. Rianne Price. Calaxa Ramirez. Dana Ransom. Jameer Sanders. Ariana Schofield. Taylor Sessions. Sky Schenkel. Lanaya Smith. Brianna Stokes. Nichelle Vera. Trevor Williams. Xavier Williams. We will now recognize students from the College of Liberal Arts. Tajir Baisden. Autumn DeShields. Ariance Gibson. Lauren Goldwire. Cameron Ivy. Nyasia James. Zenja Jeffers. Lauren McKinney Day. Kennedy Metter. Shakila Pickens. Nazay Price. Kyla Rashid. Camaria Rhines. Camille Scott. Sydney Stowe. Alicia Silverrain. Timothy Tye. Jaslyn Borichith. Braxton Williams. From the College of STEM, we recognize the following presidential scholars. Islaya Anderson. Jabin Buford. Aria Brown. Taylor Bullard. Cameron Bird. Justin Caruth. Christian Eanes. Farah El Shahat. Sarah Lynn Fryer. Kazemulo Gumade. Tanaya Jones. Nikayla Jones. Mariana Kasama. Deja Lanham. Jasmine Love. Holiness Maklangna. Zoe Migioni. Savario Regulus. Riley Ross. Maya Scott. Aaron Sneed. Jaquita Stinson. Kyla Thomas. Chanicia Thompson. Kevin Thompson. Ana Villegas. Jaden Watson. From Strategic Enrollment and Retention Management, we recognize the following Presidential Scholar: Jeremiah Duncan. Will all Presidential Scholars, including those seated in the audience, please stand and be recognized? We will now recognize our second group of honorees, the Dean's List Scholars. These students have earned a GPA of 3.0 or higher, completed at least 15 semester hours during the spring or fall 2025 semesters, and have received no incomplete grades. Their accomplishments are also recognized annually through publication on the Dean's List. At this time, I ask all Dean's List Scholars from the College of Business and Professional Studies to please stand and be recognized. Will all Dean's List Scholars from the College of Liberal Arts please stand and be recognized? All Dean's List Scholars from the College of STEM, please stand and be recognized. Finally, all Dean's List scholars from Strategic Enrollment and Retention Management, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations once again to all of our honorees. Your hard work and dedication exemplified the very best at Johnson C. Smith University. At this time, it's my pleasure to welcome back Provost and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Patrick Barton, to the podium for closing remarks.
Well, once again, congratulations to all the scholars, both presidential and dean's list. This is a truly amazing accomplishment for the last 2 academic semesters, and from the provost office, who confers academic degrees and honors, it is my pleasure to congratulate you one more time. So with that being said, if we could just have the last slide back up, please. I want to make sure we do a little house cleaning. So Dean's List scholars, there were about 275 of you who RSVP'd. So unfortunately, we could not recognize you to come up and get your certificates, but you were able to get your certificates in your areas. And I'm going to try to remember this off the top of my head. CERM, please pick yours up in Perry Hall, room 311. College of Business and Professional Studies, you can pick yours up in Seabrook Hall, room 114. STEM, College of STEM, Science, Technology, Engineering, Math, the new Science Center, room 325. And then CLA, you're going to pick yours up in the library classroom on the 2nd floor. So once again, we appreciate you and we congratulate you for your accomplishments over the last 2 semesters, and we want to make sure that you are appropriately recognized with your honors, and you also will receive a certificate in a blue binder. Hi.
Can you just say that again?
Okay. So just to clear up, CERM, you will pick yours up in Perry Hall, room 311. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you for that, President Kinlock. So my closing remarks are going to be very brief. We've had excellent speeches from our students, Dr. Clement, President Kinlock, as well as Trustee Eli. I'm going to close with basically 2 quotes here. And in honor of Women's History Month, they're both from women. The first one is from Simone Biles. She says, "Don't wait until you've reached your goal to be proud of yourself. Be proud of every step you take toward reaching that goal." And the second one is from Maya Angelou. "You can only become truly accomplished at something you love." I'm going to combine those. Love your journey. This is part of your journey. This is a step in your journey. Some of your steps may not come with a large ceremony and congratulation. Some of those are silent in your room, in prayerful conversation with your family. Enjoy that journey. I often say your life is like a novel or a book. Every chapter won't end happily, but after you write your novel, it will be your story. That is your journey. Enjoy each and every step in your journey and love it. I'm going to relate back to some of the things that other people who've come to the podium spoke about me. As we talk about enjoying our journey and truly loving that. Dr. Clement gave us the rich history of the honors program here at Johnson C. Smith University. You are part of that journey. Enjoy it. Love the history that you will become in the future. Caleb, a CPCC graduate, did a non-traditional route to get here to Johnson C. Smith to now go into investment banking that is dearth of people of color. Enjoy your journey. Love every step of it, Caleb. And when you make the big bucks, call us. Call us. Kennedy actually said, love the journey, love the late nights, and also enjoy the stressful time. It may not be fun, but it's making you. It is giving you your coat of armor. So as you walk out of this precious place that we call Johnson C. Smith and you enter into the world, you are protected, you are prepared, and you will excel. Zoe said, stubbornness. I'm going to ask you to be stubborn in your investment in yourself. You invested in yourself, not sacrifice the time and the effort to earn these honors. You invested in yourself. You are your largest investment. You will give back to this world, this university, and your family more than you can think. You are that investment. Be stubborn in that investment, from your academic pursuits to your personal pursuits to your health and well-being. Be stubborn in investing in yourself. Trustee Eli said, honor and to be honored. Well, first, Trustee Eli, we're honored to call you an alum of Johnson C. Smith University. Yeah, we can. And we are truly proud of all the things that you have accomplished outside of Johnson C. University, and we are honored that you have brought your talent, your time, and your treasures back to JCSU. So once again, just live in your journey. Enjoy it and love it. And once again, congratulations. I will now turn the podium over to Dr. Fleming for our benediction.
You may stand. Now unto him who is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in you, in us. Unto him be glory in the church by Christ Jesus throughout all ages, without end. Let us all say, Amen. You may be dismissed.